Get ready, New England. Friday, January 31st. We've got a real treat for all you reggae lovers out there. Get ready to sway to the smooth sounds of the one and only Mr. Beres Hammond. That's right. The reggae legend himself is bringing his Forever Giving Thanks tour to the Chevalier Theater. From classic tunes like Putting Up Resistance, Rock Away, to newer hits like I Feel Good. Beres Hammond's music has a way of bringing people together and spreading positivity. Mark your calendars, folks. Friday, July 31st at the Chevalier Theater, showtime 7 p.m. Beres Hammond Forever Giving Thanks Tour is coming to town. Get your tickets, www.chevaliertheater.com. Stay tuned to SparkFMOnline.com for more updates and your chance to win tickets to see the legend Beres Hammond in action.
Falling in love all over again. How could I ever doubt that you were my friend?
You ready for this? Nice Productions and Friends Lifestyle Group presents the 8th annual Togetherness Boat Ride. That's right, Boston is the Togetherness Boat Ride, taking place on Saturday, July the 13th. The Blue Jeans edition. Music's gonna be provided by DJ Walla, Rockstone Triz, Hot Scott Supreme, DJ Sergio, and DJ Alfredo. It's also gonna be featuring the Caracol Punta Group Tempo Rhythm section. It's all hosted by Specialists.
I wanna give it up, oh my God, I wanna give it to.
It's all taking place at 17 Rose Wharf. Boarding time is at 7 p.m. Departs at 8 p.m. It's a dinner inclusive. Get your early bird tickets for $65. Regular tickets are $75. It's a 21 plus mandatory ID event. Get those tickets right now on togetherness.eventbrite.com. Sponsored in part by Spark FM. Bring your flags, bring your ride. It's all about the Togetherness Boat Ride. This one's going to be crazy.
Till it last up of a canal is madness in the capital, so.
Spark FM.
Perhaps I was addicted to the dark side. Somewhere inside my childhood when this my heart died. And even though we both can't.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM. Join us on Facebook and Instagram at SparkFMOnline.com. Turn us up.
Oh my darling.
Oh, my darling. Sorry.
Spark FM.
And good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I forgot that my mic was on earlier and that I was screaming into the mic all of my favorite parts of the song. Spark FM Online, number one for urban and Caribbean music. It is your girl, Hot Sizzling Sauce, and Miss Tony B. Nolan.
And me.
We absolutely have no idea where Rockstone Triz is. We have not heard from him in a full 48 hours.
We hope that he's okay.
We do hope. We do know that he had a pretty long weekend this weekend, so we're hoping that he's just recovering and that he's in a small self-induced coma and that he will be better and alive.
There was a lot happening this weekend. This morning when I woke up, I was like, God, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm tired.
So, quick check-in. Tell us what you did. How was your weekend?
My weekend was live. It was lit. I was outside all weekend. Friday evening was the Rum and Brew Festival for the first day of the Jerk Fest, which is always one of my favorite events. So we were out there. Unfortunately, I wasn't feeling so well, so I wasn't as able to get as festive as I usually do. But I did have a good time. I had a good time. There was lots of nice rums and brews out there to taste. And I tasted, and I had a good time. We effed up some chicken wings, and we went home and went to bed early. And then,
Go ahead. Keep up. Trying to make sure the mics is the right one.
Saturday was the second part of the Jerk Fest, and Saturday was a day, right? Because you had I don't know. It was the opening day of the Mattapan
Farmers
Market, of course, which was really, really cool. And then we were at the Jerk Fest too, but it was like raining on and off. And when the rain was off, it was hot as hell outside. But we were out there for the second part of the
Hot as hell.
Jerk Fest, which was again another nice thing. Jerk Fest is always a great event. I urge you, if you guys haven't been
Don't you just talk? Don't. I'm trying to set up the studio because it's sounding crazy and it's looking weird.
If you guys haven't been to the Jerk Fest, you have to make your way out there one time. It's really, really nice at the Harvard Athletic Field right out there in Cambridge. Such a good time. There was a family that came through. They bought the whole entire family, including Mima in her wheelchair, wheeled her out to that grass and set up an apartment out there on that grass because they was there to be festive at the festival. Of course, Third World performed. We left right before that performance. Our second shift came in. Shout out to Ms. and Panda for holding it down for us. That was an excellent time. Saturday night, Togetherness Boat Ride, which is my go-to event for the summer. I mean, it is always a great, great time, especially for us because it's a family reunion and we have an amazing time. Our mom was with us this year looking cute with her little jeans on and had a really, really good time. So that was really, really fun. And then Saturday was also our younger cousin's birthday. Imani is growing into a beautiful young woman and a mom. So we celebrated her birthday yesterday out in Brockton, had a nice machuca dinner, was really, really nice. And then we hung out with the fam for a long, long time. It was great. And in the studio today, look who we have, everybody. The Larry Jordan has come in to sit with us this morning. Oh, that sounds nice. There it is. That's crisp. I didn't do anything.
Oh, that's good.
It came very crisp.
Yeah.
And now slightly, and all of a sudden, everything came together. So Larry is here with us this morning. You are the sunshine. You come in, you looking refreshed. You brought some refreshment here to the United States of America, and then look what happened. Anyways, we'll get into all of that. But that was my weekend. It was Saucy's weekend too. Besides that, tell us about Sparkhouse Adventures.
How about, well, yes. Larry Jordan, how's your weekend? Tell us about you.
My weekend was well. My weekend was fun. I wanted to go to the boat ride you was talking about.
Why didn't you?
AKA the Honduran boat ride.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it is.
I was at Gazebo. I
Oh, yes,
DJing
DJing at Gazebo.
How was Gazebo?
Was great.
It looked like, I didn't see too much pictures, but it looked mad beautiful. And they did it.
It always is though, right?
Because I didn't take a lot of pictures as well, so I just contributed that to the time. People
Yeah.
It wasn't on their phones, you know what I mean? So that was a good part of it. But as well, I was scared of the morning because the weather was up. But
the weather was pretty shitty for most of the time.
But then that night it was great. I thought about the boat ride because it was humid, and I was like, that's a good time to be on the water. So Gazebo was also by the water.
Of course,
so you know, on the big people vibe, on the grown people level. Having multiple bars, wasn't any confusion. It seemed like they're getting this stuff together. So I had a great time. Yesterday I slept. Straight sleep.
Sometimes all you gotta do. Sometimes, and you've been going hard since you got back into town.
I know.
How was Barbados?
Man, Yes. Barbados was great. It was everything was uncalled for. Everything was not planned. But sometimes, you know, God puts you in a situation where you just have to do things. And, you know, my grandmother passed, so I kind of like, it wasn't planned. But then when I got there, you know, just gave me time to think, and I cut my hair. I just woke up and was like, you know what, I'm cutting my hair today.
I know. When I saw that, I was like, oh.
Time to shed some years of, you know, good and bad.
So what does that feel like when you do? I combed out my locks back in 2017, and it was weird because I didn't want to cut them, so it wasn't my choice. But for you to make a choice like that, how long were you growing them?
On and off 30.
Wow. So what made you finally was like, you know what, I'm gonna cut my hair. F it, I'm here. I feel good.
Right. It was like, I contemplated it for a while because I was going through a lot of bad things, and it was really from my mother's passing and then a couple other people's passing, friends passing. So I was wondering if I was harboring that negative energy in my hair, because I do believe that, you know, your crown is your temple, and it holds a lot of energy. So I was just like, you know, for me, being in the place that I was in my aunt's house, but in that area, it was like the area I was basically born and raised. So I was just like, if I'm gonna start, let me start here. And I was like, you know what? My cousin mentioned the barber that we grew up with, and I was like, "Oh, yo, he's still there.
He's still around, cutting
right?"
hair.
You know, Barbados don't really move too much. You know what I mean? And I was like, "Yo, let me go take a ride." And we took a ride, and because I didn't even tell him, I didn't tell my cousin anything. I said I'm going for an outline, and he was just like, "All right, let's go," because he just wanted to chat with dude, and I was like, "Yo." Give me that right there. You know how they have the little cuts on the wall? I was like, that's just 4. I was like, yo, you know what? I want a number 4. He was like, you cut it for real? I was like, yeah. And then, you know, it was just the positive affirmations from everyone else. Like, you know, sometimes you need a fresh start.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was like, y'all brothers was thinking I was ugly anyway. I was like, nigga, you need to cut that off anyway. But
I think that this is a good move.
It's a good look on you.
You look younger.
I'm getting that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of, I look like high school days.
You look lighter too, like you are like freed, like something actually like freed up.
Yeah.
And I hope that is the thing for you because, you know, while you were down in Barbados and I think like you became, I was like, Larry's pretty much a Barbados influencer at this point because I wanted to eat the food, I wanted to go swimming, I wanted to go hang out with your cousins, even the little kids, all of those. And I was like, the only reason why this man is probably the most happy down there is because his kids and his dogs are not down there. And that was probably like, I'm pretty sure that you probably would have been like, just stay here.
Only reasons, if I could find a little piece of money, because you don't need a lot, and have the ones that I love and I know love me around. That's all anybody wants is like happiness.
I can't wait to move to Barbados.
Me too.
Boy.
I mean, it's still a simpler life, but it's still
expensive.
It's still expensive. The if the tourism isn't up, the dollar isn't up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They depend a lot.
But see, like so my job, I work from home, so I work remotely. I can work anywhere. I can move to Barbados right now, make my American dollars, and live in Barbados. And like, why am I not doing that?
And I know there's also a program for people to do that.
Really?
To go to, if you have opportunities to work from home, they give you like stipends and stuff like that.
Send me the program information. I'm ready to get out of here. Do you see what's happening in America?
I will broadcast right here from Barbados studio, Spark FM Barbados.
No, but I'm really, really happy for you, Larry, and I wish you luck going forward. And you know, keep doing good because you seem like you're in a better place, and I'm happy for that.
I am, and I do appreciate it. And everyone who's been saying it, you know what I mean? People who just been coming up to me like, "Yo, you look happy. You look happy."
Yeah,
and that means a lot compared to everything else.
Did you leave your locks home, or did you bring them back with you?
I burnt them in the bag on the beach.
Good. Beautiful.
I like that.
I love it.
I just let the energy go.
I love that. Good for you.
Some policemen walked up to me because that's kind of illegal to burn things. And, it was like 6 a.m, and I'm just seeing these two, and I'm like, yo, they look like police hats. What the hell are they doing on the beach? They were like, what you doing here, big man? I was I threw on the American accent quick. I was like, I just cut my dreads and, just looking for professional looking. They were like, sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes just be careful with that fire.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
Irie.
Beautiful. By the beach. Good for you.
So that I'm excited about this. It was the same thing what Tony said, all of the adventures of us. Sparkell tried to jump out the window.
Yo, I love
Today
him.
he tried to jump out the window again.
I love that dog.
he can't come in the morning. He's a little distracting.
I was like, listen, for him that picture of him just half body out the
Stuck
window.
in the window.
That is, you need to go put that into, that's going to win a picture. That's going to get you some dollars.
Me.
You better get me some.
I took you pictures.
Photo credit too.
It is because they do that, funniest pet pictures or something like that. We're gonna submit that. We're gonna find out. Thank you, Larry. That's a good idea. He was stuck in the screen like that, like just jumped through, got stuck.
My mom said this morning he tried to go through it again. When I left, he went to the room, tried to do it again, but the window was closed this time because we learned our lesson. She closed the door. He decided that he was gonna go to a different window, but that one was closed too. So then he left that window and then went through the secret closet to get to the room with the window window that he knows he can get out of.
You picked
I'm
the
like,
wild.
I said,
you picked the winner.
Yo, holy smokes.
I remember
Wild.
She wanted a Millie. She wanted one of those little quiet reserve.
Right.
lay on your lap.
Yeah.
Who's gonna get like that? You got to give it like 4 years.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
That's what the neighbor, my aunt's neighbor has a mini golden doodle too. And I was like, was he this active when he was a baby? And he was like, yeah, but that was 6 years ago. He was like, I'm not used to this. He was like, you gotta go.
Once you get the dogs on chill mode, you're like, it's really like having kids.
Yeah, it is.
Once you get your kid trained, you see these little badass kids, you're like, yo, listen.
That dog was
Get
crazy.
your little Negro.
I'm saying. How did you train your dogs yourself? Because Millie is very well behaved.
Yeah, literally. I mean, she came from a good line of dogs anyway.
She's
good
loud,
temperament.
but she's
She
good.
barks.
Yeah.
But when I call her to come, when I tell her to shut up.
Yeah, because she's off leash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one day.
One
But
day.
if a squirrel comes around,
Then you left up.
Out of here.
Bye.
I'll come back when,
I'll be
when
back.
she runs up the tree.
She runs up the tree. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Anyhow.
These are awesome little people. Little things. Let's get into this show. Larry Jordan thought he was just coming here to get his computer charger. Did not realize.
I have your pepper sauce too. Don't let me
good.
forget your pepper sauce.
Thank you.
All right.
Did not realize that he would be sitting in on this show, which was good because
Okay.
Rockstone Triz is missing.
He said he's coming soon.
Oh, he did.
He was
morning,
having,
everyone.
you know where he was when we said he was.
Good morning,
Of course.
everyone. Saying
And,
good morning.
I don't know why your camera is so dark. That's crazy.
It's because I'm black. I get it.
I'm black.
I get
I was
it.
trying to figure
I'm
out my
super
skin
dark.
color today, and I decided I am cognac.
That's what it is. I like that.
You're not.
All right, Reposado, relax.
I might be Reposado, but you might be Tennessee Honey, but you ain't no damn.
I'll take Tennessee.
You ain't no,
I'm
you ain't
bourbon
no
black.
Hennessy or nothing.
I'm bourbon brown or something.
Let's get this show started. Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the Morning starts right now. All that production foolishness that Tristan be doing is not going to happen until he gets here.
Wait, can I do an ad lib? Just,
Yes, you
I think
can.
it's appropriate.
Yes, please.
They shooting.
Oh,
Many men. Many men.
the way
I thought that
that
was appropriate going into the news.
the way that Black Twitter has harped onto that shenanigan,
I'm like, they shooting.
man, I tell you.
People are crazy. Boy, we'll get into that. It's probably going to be our very first story
Wait,
of
one
the day.
one more. Did you see the one when they said JFK got hit, but he ain't breathing? Like the line they took from Many Men?
they did.
JFK got hit too, but he ain't effing breathing. And I was like, and they had 50's face with
Oh,
Trump's,
no, don't
50's
say
body with
that.
Trump's face, and then they put that line. I said, yeah, the internet won.
the internet.
They
you know
have
what?
gone crazy.
The internet is some of the funniest people ever. They're not comedians. They're just regular, normal people that are absolutely hilarious.
yeah.
Sometimes I'd be
Hilarious.
crying watching the comments.
Sometimes the video itself be whack.
Yeah.
And then you go to the comments.
The
and it's just,
comments.
what?
Yeah, I love the comment section, and I never used to pay attention to that. Now I live in the comment section. Boy, I
Oh,
tell
the
you.
comment section. Whenever I need to know something, she sent me something yesterday about women DJing. Said,
I know.
I went through the whole set of slides and I'm like, what the hell? It
The
said-
last slide with the picture.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I saw.
Me too. It said, my friend told me, I read somewhere that she DJs on her stomach instead of her back.
And that's life changing.
And that's life changing.
And
I'm confused.
Exactly.
So after reading the comments,
After reading
See,
the
my mind just went totally left.
where did
no,
it go?
and
That's
you're
where it was
probably
supposed
where
to
it's
go.
supposed to be.
Okay.
Because I was literally thinking
If she back.
Literally.
but I was
she's
thinking
spinning,
spinning records, but they
She
talking about
can spin.
They
She
talking
can
about yeah. I thought they were spinning records because I was like,
I'm
that's
like-
cool.
Where the first thing I thought about is the mixer.
Yeah.
And where the mixer is located is happened to be in the region. That's
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought too. That's exactly what I thought.
But it's not this.
Yeah.
See,
Are we seeing it?
oh, I don't know.
are you guys seeing my
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
But they're
That's what I thought.
Me
That's
too.
not what it was.
No, that's not what
At
it
all.
is. Yeah, Clayton knows. Nasty. Schneider said Ficky Fee.
Pull up, selector.
Y'all are nasty.
Empress Divine says the comment section is the best part, and I never leave it until I find a comment with my exact thoughts. And it's there. It's there.
Look at the second.
Pastor Troy said you're light like Mobby.
Whatever. I'm more like a Malta.
Nah,
a Goya.
Nah.
You're really not.
Nah.
You're really not. Good
You're more
morning,
like a sour
everyone.
salt
Thank you for
cream.
coming in and joining us. Press the share button. If you're here, if you can hear my voice, press the share button so more people can be entertained just like you're being.
You're like a Kenneth. Hello.
No, I'm not.
Cheese.
Peanut butter, and that's true. That's it. That's what you are. Accurate.
No, I like that.
Almond butter.
Yes.
What's the difference? They're both the same.
No, one is darker.
One is darker.
Sun butter. A Cinnabon, even. Everybody's trying to figure out what color you are.
Like in
Food
between.
related too. We are so greedy.
We are hungry. Damn Finn.
Tristan better bring some saltfish or something.
Hot saltfish on a platter.
Anyway, we got to get this show started. It's 10 o'clock.
It is 10 o'clock. So we're gonna kick it out with y'all boy this weekend.
Yeah.
He got I'm not even gonna. You know what is? He got Megan Thee Stallion.
I don't think it's real.
He got Megan Thee Stallion.
I don't think it's real,
my
man.
G.
Because they're saying, please know by now that there was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump over the weekend at his Pennsylvania divisive rally to become president. And a young registered Republican who was bullied in school for being a geek decided that he was going to climb on top of a roof.
Rest in
and
peace,
he
young
was
man.
Gonna,
He's not dead.
He's-
They never showed him.
'cause he
You
never
seen-
existed.
You never seen any blood. It was just always fade. I'm like, this looks so staged, man. I'm
Did
like,
you see did Nicole send you the skit with the ketchup? With
nah.
the ketchup
Yo,
packet?
do you
Oh,
see?
yeah.
That don't look like real blood on his face. Then he got up and he threw his fist up like, yeah. I'm like, photo op. It just looks so staged to me.
Let's see if we can get some audio here today.
Here at this hour because President Biden is about to address the nation about this attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump in the last 24 hours. As you know, there are several fast-moving developments. The President and Vice President Kamala Harris receiving an updated briefing in the White House Situation Room. This was just a short time ago. And of course, the entire world is now seeing those unforgettable images. Donald Trump taking the stage there. That's the rally, Butler, Pennsylvania.
music in the background while
Moments
he was
later,
talking
the
was
gunman opening
crazy.
fire. That bullet piercing Trump's upper right ear. You could actually see him there moments ago reacting to the shots being fired, looking at his hand, and then going below the podium there. Let's listen to the president.
I spoke with Donald Trump.
Accurate.
I'm sincerely grateful that he's doing well and recovering. And we had a short but good conversation. Jill and I are keeping him and his family in our prayers. We also extend our deepest condolences to the family of the victim who was killed. He was a father. He was protecting his family from the bullets that were being fired. And he lost his life. God love him. We're also praying for the full recovery of those who were injured. And we're grateful to the Secret Service agents and other law enforcement agencies and individuals who risked their lives literally for our nation. As I said last night, there is no place in America for this kind of violence or any violence for that matter. An assassination attempt is contrary to everything we stand for, isn't it?
Okay.
Attempt on former President Donald Trump in
So,
Pennsylvania.
yeah, that was pretty much it. So they are doing now exposés and big, things on the young man who shot him. They digging into his life history and all the things. And
5 shots and you missed. 5
Right.
shots. You remember Young Dolph? 100 shots. 100 shots.
Young dog. Oh, yeah.
young, rest in
Remember
peace.
when they missed him though? When they 100 shots in his bulletproof car.
Really?
Yeah, that was
I didn't know about
a
that.
while ago. So he had a song called 100 Shots.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking now. Somebody's going to do a parody. They're like,
Nobody.
5 shots that you missed.
Nobody believes that this is true. Somebody said here,
Except
even
for
Candace
Republicans.
Owens said that it had to be an inside
The
job.
Secret Service is not going to let somebody jump on those little wall, ceiling to ceilings, and then get on the floor. He would have been clipped.
That's what they said. I just read something that said they said that the building that he was on was a security mishap or something like it was.
And nobody has
Exactly.
a picture of when he got shot or when he's on the floor.
So our mom
nothing.
just sent us this picture of Trump here, and somebody, everybody has their theories, but somebody says blood does not coagulate that fast. There should be blood spattered all over his white collar, and there isn't any blood on his
I
collar.
saw that. Yep.
So
thank you.
it just all
that looks like Heinz, yo.
That's
Watery Heinz.
Some Empress
Well,
Divine
that's the,
said
what's the-
a witness said that the shooter was on the roof for about 4 to 5 minutes before he started shooting. He noticed Secret Service and said they did absolutely nothing until after the shots rang out.
Yeah.
This is a safe space, everybody.
Yeah.
You guys can call here, 617-272-3387. We can let our full opinions be said. Nobody will judge you. We understand the climate that we are in.
Definitely.
But
opinion.
yeah, so I hope it wasn't staged, but it looked sus. It definitely looked sus.
Yeah. Yep.
What I believe in conspiracy theories when it comes to this situation. My theory is that he is about to definitely be president because they set it up from the inside so that he is president. And he needed a reason to be able to bulk up on security. After you become a dictator, everybody's going to try to take you out. So the more security that he has, the better it is to keep him safe. And this is probably the only way that he could have justified getting extra security. There is no way possible that Donald Trump, being one of the most divisive presidents in the history, is their Secret Service is going to let what you guys were just saying, some random boy go up, not check the scene. He happens to shoot 5 shots and snips Donald Trump in his ear, somewhere that was visible enough for the public to see.
Yeah.
Them white boys know how to shoot from when they're 5.
And it's like
They know how
just
to aim from
everything
their
about it. The fact that the boy that shot him looks the way that he does.
Yeah.
The fact that he was a Republican. Like all of that is just too convenient for whatever this is. He couldn't have been black. He couldn't have been a Democrat. Like all of those things are so just calculated
a black
to
boy
me.
in a tree 3 miles away would have got shot.
Listen.
They said that there was a security guard that went up and saw him there. The shooter pointed the gun at him, and the security guard went back down.
It's like an episode of Born Identity.
I'm like, this is, everybody was watching Your Honor over this past couple of weekends.
Yep.
It's a perfect setup. My son did something stupid. We need somebody to look and take the blame for it.
Yeah.
So let me just go hire this random from over here.
Right.
And get him to say,
He's programmed. I'm telling you.
Empress
Born
Divine,
Identity.
that's true. Shots fired and not one person ducked or ran. The only person that ducked and ran was Trump and the Secret Service
And
up on the stage.
who's the other person they said that died?
Some other man they said died was an avid Trump supporter.
He was a
fireman.
firefighter.
He was a Christian
I'm like,
that
I
attended
wanna see
church
his-
every
I wanna see
girl,
bullet wounds.
dad, and
I want to see him with bullet wounds.
Child.
I need to see a dead person for that.
They
I'm
said
sorry.
the beauty mentioned a few times that he was probably mentally ill. If it were a darker skinned shooter, he would have immediately labeled a terrorist.
He would have been.
That's right.
They would have attacked his family, everything,
Yeah.
all the things.
To piggyback off of hot sauce, I was saying the same thing in my head where I was like, Trump just he's playing chess, not checkers. So he did that whole thing because these people who follow him, quote unquote, to me, just my opinion, they're idiots.
Yep.
So now he could do whatever because now it's like I'm watching CNN and I'm watching. I like to watch what they say and what they do, and they're like, he almost took a bullet for the country.
Bro, we were exaggerating yesterday at the house, me and my uncle and Javi, and we were just like, they're probably gonna end up saying that he was actually in a coma. It's not even the real Donald Trump because he got pierced so bad. Because even as he
Javi
It
called
hit an
in.
artery in his cheek.
as he felt the hot bullet ripple through his flesh. And as he witnessed his life flash before his eyes, he is thankful to the Secret Service for being able to shield him
for this country
and now
all that he does.
When he died for those 3 minutes and they had to bring him back to life.
Can you imagine when we see Trump again? He's gonna have like a neck brace on, and his whole head is gonna be bandaged, and a hat that says "Make America Great Again," and he's gonna be like, "America, look what I've done for you." Oh God, I can't even take it. Javi's about to call in.
Yep, paid actors. A lot of people, exactly. The dried blood on the face. It was a lot.
It still wasn't even dry.
It wasn't even dry.
It was watery.
It was so.
It wasn't ketchup. It was catsup.
They thinned it out a little too much. It was red paint. It was the same paint we use at UV. The same
Red House
paint. Crazy.
I do feel bad, about when we were talking about the firefighter that died. I do feel bad because if they had an emergency room doctor calling and saying what happened. He saw
it's like
brain
when
matter.
They were done, they were high-fiving and scene.
Yep. Everybody clapped. I mean, Tyler Perry couldn't have done a better production.
Javi, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, who's this?
What? This is Javier.
Oh, sorry, because you sound like a grown man.
I'm 40 years old, damn it.
Damn, so man.
So tell me what one of our political gurus. I believe that this is a ticket to the presidency for him. What do you think as a political analyst? What does this look like? What does this mean for America?
I get why people would think. I get why people would think this is a ticket to the presidency for Trump. Because typically, when moments like this happen, we tend to see something called the martyr effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but with Trump, I don't really know if that's in play. Usually, when your opponent gets shot or something bad happens to them, you're not allowed to say anything bad about them, right? Like, the people that once didn't like them, they're going to be more empathetic.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, he got shot. I feel bad for him and his family. Mm-hmm. Let me vote for him, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case with somebody like Trump. We were talking about this yesterday. There aren't enough people. There aren't enough minds to change at this point, right? Mm-hmm. I don't see this swinging the pendulum in any way. The best that it can do for Trump is create momentum. It could get people that might not have voted to vote, right? Mm-hmm. But I think that works on both sides, because we're saying it right now. Like, we're like, oh man, him getting shot, that means he's going to win. Yeah. So that could motivate us on the other side to go as well. So I think at the best, it's going to cancel itself out. The dude, he got a paper cut.
Yeah.
He literally, I feel like I would have made.
And I think he got that from the Secret Service tackling him. I don't think he got
said it was the teleprompter.
From someone who's actually been grazed.
Uh-huh.
When you get grazed, you get cut. You get
sliced
flesh wound. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you get an keloid when it's done.
This doesn't. I feel like this is another way for him to identify with the black community, because we often get shot at.
Him and Kodak Black coming out with the track.
We often get indicted. So, as these things happen to Trump, he is really kind of speaking to the plight of the black person.
If he comes out and says that mess again this time, like, now I know how it feels to be black, again, I'm going to be very upset.
No, but they're going to say that. Fox News is going to say that. Black Republicans. I don't want to offend any of your listeners, but I think black Republicans are going to say that. But nobody with common sense is going to believe that. They've been
white on white crime now. It's a problem.
Yeah. There's something crazy going on in the white community, bro. We got to check these white fathers, man. I don't know what's going on.
But that's what I'm saying. This white on white crime thing that we're seeing is very triggering to me, because I don't witness that in my everyday life, These white people are always attacking each other. They're very, very aggressive.
They walk around with these tight pants and these blazers. I'm shocked.
It's scary.
But I will say this. I want to say this, though. I hear a lot of, conspiracy theorists, theories. You guys talked about it earlier. I just wanted to talk about how, he might have set this up. It's possible, but I don't think it's very likely. You're not gonna risk shooting yourself just for a political stunt.
I don't believe that is
Didn't they do that in the scandal?
Well, at least he got shot and was in the hospital. I think that would have been more of a symbolism than anything else. Like, I would have set it up that I would have gotten at least a flesh wound in the shoulder, and they would have had to take me out on a stretcher.
I want to see them
and
stitches.
then my fist would have went up, because that's such a more strong picture, on a stretcher with my fist up.
If your face got grazed by a bullet.
Jennifer Gaskin said, "I'm scared to go to county fairs now."
No more pumpkin contest. Pumpkin eating contest. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Oh no.
Go ahead.
No, I get it. And I just want to because I take politics extremely seriously, right? I've been following this for a long time. Like, this isn't as uncommon as people think, right? There were a group of senators, I believe, that were at a baseball game a few years ago that were shot up.
I remember that.
January 6th happened, right?
Yeah.
Like, these moments happen.
And we were talking about the one that got the female that got shot at her the woman, that got shot at her rally when she was giving the speech, remember?
Oh,
and
yeah.
she ended up
paralyzed
in Arizona. Yeah. I forgot her name, but she's an Arizona politician.
Yeah.
So this does happen, right? And I try to tell people, like, with political nerds, when we talk about, like, how Trump is so much different, like, Trump is dangerous.
Yeah.
It's for many reasons, and one of those is his rhetoric, right? He created a very toxic political climate, and I know people don't really like when politicians don't really say what's on their mind, or they're not telling it how it is, or how people want to say it. There's a reason why we do that, right? In the 1960s, we saw politicians and presidents getting assassinated all the time, right? So what we ended up developing was like a language, right, where we can try to not inflame the craziest people on this planet. And Trump has no problem with doing that.
Yeah.
So for me, even if it wasn't something that he did purposely, he's responsible. This is the bed that he created, that he has lying, right? And this should be a lesson to a lot of people, right? Like, you don't want you want to be careful what you say politically, because people take this seriously, and there's crazy people in the world. A Republican shot him.
That is so. That's what. So when we get down to, like, the details of it, a young white Republican, literally, that looks like his whole fan base is what shot him. What does that mean? Like, how do we put that into perspective?
It's madness. I mean, it could be multiple things. I mean, it could be there's a philosophy around around white supremacists and a lot of these extremists, where they want to start a war. They want to start a race war. They want to start a civil war.
That's money
right?
anyway.
So they might even go as far as shooting somebody that they support, or attempting to shoot somebody they support, just to spark this war that they always want. Now, again, that's me assuming. This doesn't mean it's fact, but there's precedent because it happened before.
Yeah.
Right, we need to be vigilant, but listen.
So wait,
politics.
You have a question right here. What about Biden I'm not sure where this came from. What about Biden removing himself off the ballot with nomination papers needing to be filed? Could Biden really be taken off the ticket? What does that mean, Janet?
That's not something I've heard. As far as Biden leaving the race, I think if you don't want Trump in the White House, right? You don't want Biden to lead this race.
Right.
I get it. He's old. He's not exciting, but he's an incumbent.
Yeah.
Anytime you see an incumbent, so if people don't know what incumbent is, that means
he's already sitting president.
Yeah. Exactly. He's running again.
He already has that seat.
Yeah.
Anytime an incumbent's even challenged, right, they tend to lose. Right? That party loses. So we have something called the incumbent advantage that Biden has. He's already beat Trump. Again, we look at polls this early, they don't mean anything. People say, well, Trump is beating him in the polls, blah, blah, blah,
like,
blah.
Who the hell did they poll? They didn't ask me nothing.
His polls haven't really been accurate for a long time. Again, this isn't me saying that Biden's definitely going to win. It's going to be a close race regardless.
Yeah.
But having your party have to choose someone new in the middle of a campaign, it's not a good thing. right?
It's not.
It's not a good thing.
I have a question. Well, Danielle and I were talking yesterday, and she said, so what would have happened if something happened to Trump in this assassination attempt? What would have happened? Would Biden automatically win, or what would do? The Republican Party would have had to pick another nominee, or what?
Santos.
Yeah. Oh God.
So the Republican National Convention hasn't happened yet, right?
Okay.
So technically, Trump isn't the nominee yet, right?
Wait, he's still not the actual nominee?
Not the named nominee, just yet.
Officially.
Formally.
Okay. Yeah.
Formally, yeah.
Right? So, this is the funny part about it. This is why I don't think, this is one of the things that I think cancels Democrats or the DNC from being suspects in this. Because say if Trump, unfortunately something happened to him, he died. I don't want anybody to die because of politics.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Right? But say something did happen to him. It's very likely that Trump is the only Republican that Biden could beat. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So say Trump. And trust me, the powers that be, the moneyed interest in the Republican Party, do not like Trump. Right? He's a weight on them. Someone like Nikki Haley could have stepped in, or Marco Rubio. People I don't like, but are definitely way more appealing. Way younger. Way more appealing to that. White female suburban demographic. Right? So it wouldn't be in the Democrats' interest to off, Mr. 2025.
Yeah.
So, whatever. With that being said, if he did get assassinated, I mean, any one of the people that ran against him, the party could have nominated at the convention.
Like the one from down in Florida.
Kanye.
Strangely, yes.
Oh, Lord.
Larry said Kanye would have stepped in.
It could have been Kanye, Just take any one of those guys,
Yeah.
Okay, one more question. What is what? So I get what Janet was saying now. She was like, because everybody wants Biden to be out. I believe that Biden is very capable of doing this job up until when he takes his last breath. I do understand that there also is a really good contingency plan, which is Kamala, in case that Biden.
If Biden wins again, he's gonna die.
And if he
die as president.
And if he does, I think that we're in a good position with her.
Yeah.
But however,
are we though? 'Cause I don't hear like you've said before. I haven't heard anything.
I think that's one of the worst
tragedy.
I mean, it's two things. She's a black woman, so I don't know if we're ready for that in America. Oh, I don't think the white people are ready for that in America. Let me say that. I also do believe that twofold. I feel like they should be giving her more airtime now, just to kind of be a backup to Biden. Yeah, y'all think he's too old, but I'm right here. I'm ready. If anything happens, y'all don't want to worry. America, he's fragile, whatever. However, I am not. I feel like she should have more screen time. But at the same time, I also feel like, again, white people are not ready to see this black woman on the front of their screen every day.
Michelle, like a stronger black woman.
Michelle? No. Kamala's the right color.
We say the same thing.
Yeah, because
we got the right husband.
Black.
That's what I said for me, though. If you're going to have, I want that strong black woman up there. You know what I'm saying?
What are you saying, Javi?
We say the same thing. I'll just a little history lesson, right? 2008, 2007, 2008, we had a black young senator from Chicago running. And most people early on were like, America's not ready for a black president. Right? And he ended up being one of the most successful presidents in American history. Right?
Don't say that.
I think Kamala Harris, however, Kamala Harris, right? I think she suffers from the same thing that Hillary Clinton did. She's not really likable. To a lot of people. I think the conversation would be different, even if we had this is fantasy, but if Michelle Obama was the vice president, right? People would be a lot more comfortable with her replacing Biden politically. That's another reason why I think Biden leaving is a bad idea, because it's going to create such a party split because there's going to be a coalition of people that think Kamala Harris deserves it because she's the vice president. But then there's going to be a bunch of people saying, what about Gavin Newsom? What about this person? There's a lot of real good candidates that I believe actually have a better chance of Congress. But try telling, black folk, try telling black women in particular that this person who stood by Biden for 4 years is no longer qualified to run. Right, and that's the conversation that's going to happen.
It's gonna be it's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be I get. See, all of this is just such an interesting election. Is this? Would we say that this is probably the most interesting? Which other election system? Besides, like, the Bush administration back in the day, where that was a whole controversy, because I don't think he was supposed to win that time either, and he somehow won. This seems to be the most interesting election that I've witnessed in my life.
We just had breaking. Sorry.
In our lifetime, definitely. Maybe in, like, depending on the age of your parents' lifetime, this is probably the craziest moment. But I was talking to my mother.
It doesn't mean Clinton get ahead.
Bro, I mean, that was a fun scandal, right? I miss those scandals. Like, whatever happened to that?
They swept that under the rug. Let me stop. Whatever her name was.
And they impeached the dude for that. That's crazy. But they tried to. But I was talking to my mother, and she said when she was younger, she thought that all presidents had to die, right? And I had to think about that. And that sounds crazy, right? But when she was younger, she was younger in the 60s, the late 60s, early 70s. 1968 in particular, for me, is probably one of the most eventful election periods ever. Again, we're coming off of assassinations. There were riots at the Democratic National Convention. The mayor of Chicago had protesters get beat up. Like, it was crazy. Vietnam was happening. And then even before that, we had a whole civil war. Abraham Lincoln, right? Like, the whole country was at war. Millions of people died. So this is crazy for our lifetime, but in the grand scope of history,
it's just
right?
It's normal things.
So listen, politics in a game, folks. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us know more about it now because of social media and because of the internet. But bro, this is what people like me live and die for. We love this. You know what I mean? This is like, but it's scary. And it's consequential.
We just got breaking news that the Trump documents case has been dismissed by a federal judge.
Sympathy?
Is this sympathy? Is this sympathy, or what is that?
Sympathy plea.
Right.
Oh, he almost died. Let him go.
What is that now?
Mission accomplished.
See, the thing about that is this: if they do that to him, can't they, like the whole Hillary email gate, the whole Biden with his 2 documents from his vice presidency 12 years ago, like, can all of those be dismissed now? Because I think it's a setup. I think he's already the president.
I said that. He won.
President, bro.
He got all them people under his wing now.
I am going to be more shocked if he does not win than I will be if he does win. I am going to be shocked because I fully believe that this is a setup through and through, and they are playing chess, and they already have this shit already set in stone. I don't know. I'm a conspiracy theory in this political game right now. Anything goes. Anything goes.
I know what blood look like. I've seen a lot of blood in my days.
Oh, that's awful.
I cut myself. I've seen blood, and he's in the sunlight, and he pale. I'm like, that ain't blood, B.
He had on one of those shirts that are waterproof and repels. That's why I didn't get on it.
Shirt.
And those are real shirts. That's not on Shark Tank.
He have a bulletproof shirt on though. They got those too.
Something. Anyhow.
Oh yeah.
But I gotta go, guys.
Yes,
but let me just end by saying this, elections have consequences. Like, the fact that we're going through this period is because Trump was president at one point.
He said, I blame the Simpsons.
Like, just remember that when you're paying attention to everything that's happening. Just remember that you need to vote. You need to vote intelligently. You need to have all the facts at hand. And even if you don't,
last time we vote, look where it got us. Stop.
Yeah.
I'll come back to that.
No, and I agree with him. But our voting
bye.
in this situation, it's like
this
we're
for survival.
either effed or we're effed more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, what are we really voting for? How far we want to F up our booty? Like,
but we got to, because if we don't,
it's just a harder F. It's just a harder F.
If you either want Vaseline or you don't. Come on,
weave. Ouch.
No lube or lube.
Let's get into the rest of the news. We'll go with our around the way news since we took most of our time to give to Donald.
Two more points though on Donald Trump. The Bitcoin has surged since the assassination attempt.
I own a little bit of Bitcoin.
Yeah, investors
But
bet
all
on
of
Trump
that is
returning
just
to
the dark
power.
web that they're going to donate to his ass.
So the price of the digital currency has topped at $62,000 on Monday as investors bet that Trump would sweep in victory in November.
What? How much?
$62,000 per Bitcoin now. That's how much a Bitcoin costs. So
that means that my Bitcoin figures have risen.
Child something. But anyhow, getting into it, we're going to go into the local news to see what's been going on. Massachusetts prepares for another heat wave, and cooling centers are open all over the state. Today, the weather is going to be scattered thunderstorms, partly cloudy, developing in the afternoon. It's going to be hot, 93 degrees. The winds are southwest, 10 to 15 miles.
Sundress
40% chance of rain. As I was walking down the street this morning with my sundress, the man said, "Yo, your dress is hitting."
Jiggle. I love this.
How'd you feel about when they said it?
I was having such a terrible morning because I cussed out so many people on the road this morning.
Y'all don't got the Dominican hard jiggle. I mean, it's a different jiggle out there.
And he made me smile so big.
Look,
so
you're
ladies,
still smiling, thinking about
it.
Damn, that dude is all inner memory bank.
Ladies, put on your sundresses. It is a day for that, and let it free.
NP.
So yeah,
panties.
it's another heat wave. How many days in a row is it going to be over 90 degrees now? 3 days over 90 degrees. I don't like it. In the mid-90s.
Sweaty boob weather. Let me stop.
Get yourself some Lumi and paste it under your boobs. Because listen.
So it works? I saw the commercial. It works?
It do work. I got Lumi in every part of me right now. My belly button.
Rolling right now.
Not the belly button.
Put it in your belly button. The belly button can get a little tinge. A little pinch in it. You don't want that. Put it in your butt crack everywhere. Put the Lumi around. I'm doing a commercial for that.
So today is going to be 91, Tuesday 93, and Wednesday 92. Stay your ass in the house.
Stay
put it under that
or
third
if you
love
pay us
handle.
$5, you can come into Spark FM Studios. We got nice AC, but it's $5 for this cooling center.
It is $5. We will have drinks here and everything.
Y'all sounding like Joel Osteen right now. What's going on?
Come on down.
Mega church.
You better let people in the congregation.
So Mayor Michelle Wu declared a heat emergency in Boston affecting Monday through Wednesday. Cooling centers will be open at 14 Boston centers for youth and families Monday through Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Bathe your kids before you bring them to the pool.
Yeah.
Boy, and mine too. Mine is.
Yours is
It's a lot of places. You can find the list, of course, if you Google, but it's all the BCYF centers will be open. The Wang MCA, Brookline Public Safety Building, a couple of places in Brookline, but there's a lot of cooling centers. Find yourself somewhere.
Brookline got nobody. All them houses in Brookline got pools.
Is that what cooling center mean? Cooling center means there's mad AC. Do that
There's
mean
mad
I can go
AC, but
swim?
there's other. I think most of the BCYF centers have pools, don't they?
Yeah.
So you can go. All the BCYF centers are going to be open.
And is that open to both adults and children? 'Cause
Adults and children.
Taking a little small dip.
But Charlestown and the one on Geneva Ave, BCYF Grove Hall Senior Center, and the BCYF Gibbons are going to be for older adults. But and there's a Veronica Smith Senior Center.
What do you mean older
Brighton.
adults? Is that like me?
You are 40 plus. You're not in nothing young anymore, darling.
But so
Sorry.
can I go to the aqua aerobics with the seniors?
I want to know because there's the Matterhorn got a nice aqua aerobics and it says one is for older adults. But I was like, how old do you have to be?
That's what I'm saying.
I could get AARP right now, so
you can, which
You're
is
50?
effed up. No, you can't start at 18.
You start at 18 with AARP.
Little benefits, and that means your benefits will grow by the time you're 65, and you can qualify for it. We found that out. Yes, I mean at the Jerk Fest.
I'm gonna go to the AARP. But anyhow,
speaking of not AARP, she don't have nothing. Shout out to the girl that I met on the boat. I think her name is Stephanie, and she got in the cutest outfit, a little tube top and some really wide leg jeans. It was really cute. She said that she watches the show every day, no matter what time that we go on. So big shout outs to you, girl.
She said because y'all always late.
I was like, you probably be one of the ones that sitting there like, I wish these people. She was like, even if y'all come on at 10:05, I'm still there be there. That's that's the type of love we get. And shout out to all of you guys who come in here every morning.
I be in the
and watch
comments
all the
every
shows.
day, and I don't know who
sure
you
do.
are, so you need to stop showing your face.
But you
and
know what's
say
so
what's good.
interesting is that it's so deceiving because you see the people in the comments, you're like, damn, you know.
It's only 3 of them there, but there's
and then
like,
when you go outside, people are like, I listen to your show
hold
every
on.
day. They're like,
This morning, when I was checking to see if y'all were on,
Yeah.
I scrolled down last Fridays. There was like 111 shares.
Oh, get it.
And I'm like, when I was watching, it was only like 31 people watching.
Yeah.
So that's dope in a sense, but be more interactive, man. Say what's up, you know what I mean?
Call us up and say what you got to say.
All that.
Hey, talk to us. Talk to me, man.
Can I plug my show? Can I plug my show?
Yes.
Fridays, right here, Spark, 5 to 8, Larry Jordan Show. All right, let's go.
Tune in. What else do we have? 8
Like,
Stop and Shop locations in Massachusetts are amongst the 32 across the nation.
Not Stop and Shop. It better not be my Stop and Shop.
I know the one in
Let's
Brockton
see
is-
which ones it is. Brockton is definitely closing, and I'm sad about that because they keep on playing with that Brockton
There's
one.
no Shaw's.
Brockton,
There's no.
Avon,
our one out there. is
The one by
closing.
Walmart.
Yeah, Brockton, Raynham, Halifax, Shrewsbury, Newton. Is that the one on the bridge? Newton.
Nobody cares about Newton.
Springfield, Worcester, and Pembroke. Those are the stores that will be closing.
Why
That's
they
8 Stop
closing?
and Shop
Stop and
locations.
Shop ain't lit?
Huh?
Amazon
Oh, they go
home delivery.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna start doing that.
Market Basket.
Market Basket.
Aldi.
I drive from here to Market Basket, Brockton sometimes for them.
And Aldi and Trader Joe's are the new places that people are shopping. People aren't going to regular. You can't afford it.
Yo.
You can't afford
And
it
Stop
anymore.
and Shop is rather expensive.
Yo,
I can
can-
go in there and get a pack of 1 pound ground beef for $11, or go to the local bodega and get that same 1 pound for $4.98.
And you know what the thing is about Stop and Shop too? You have to have your card. Shaw's made it, you get the sale no matter what it is, you get the sale. Stop and Shop wants you to have your card, which is wild work to me in this economy.
The prices are crazy.
It is.
I gave my son $5 once, and I was like, "Well, go get something." He came back with a bag of chips.
One bag of
One
chips,
bag of
and he didn't even have enough with that $5.
I
I'm
was
tell you.
like, and then I looked on the bag. It said $4.69. I'm like, this used to be. I felt old. This used to be $1.
Right. You sound like our mother. I remember when that was 70 cents.
For real.
Mother was in 1962.
When the other day, because I used to buy Sun Chips all the time. I love Sun Chips, Garden Salsa or the Cheddar Harvest. I can't afford them chips no more. It's like $5.69 for a
I was
medium-sized
working
bag.
for Frito-Lay, and I used to be packing them like, who the hell is buying this for damn near $7?
A bag of air.
A big bag of air, yeah.
6 chips in your damn bag.
Crush it up. You make more.
Ooh, listen to this nasty story. Boston may fight rats by using birth control.
I'm not even.
Say what?
A rat poison hasn't worked in Boston, city officials says, but they have a plan B.
Trouble if I talk about this.
At a city council meeting this week, Enrique Pepin proposed using birth control to lower the rat population.
What?
The city and private management companies are wasting millions of dollars putting out rodenticide poisons. These poisons have failed to keep our communities safe nor resolve rodent issues, Pepin said on Wednesday. The rodent birth control that Pepin proposed is a sweetened water that prevents female rats from ovulating.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they do test
The whole
birth
time,
control
the whole
on the rats.
time, the whole
anyways.
time they've been. To me, this is just my thinking. The whole time they've been giving our women rat poison.
Oh, Jesus.
If it's good enough for the rats and they're giving it to you,
They tested on the rats.
They say volunteers in Boston's Jamaica Plain neighborhood ran a pilot program for birth control at
all the
testing
Spanish
sites,
people, all the Spanish people.
achieving an 80% reduction in rodent sightings the past year, he said.
Oh, so give it all
Give
to
it
them.
Listen, I'm going to make sweet water for around my house.
What they need to
Plan C.
do is go down to Texas and all those places that are contraceptive, get all of those excess and bring it down here because we clearly need
No,
ours.
it's not real birth control. It's sweetened water that they give they put out for the rats to drink, and it stops the female rats from ovulating.
Oh, then give them more sweet up water.
I'm about to make some for my.
That's that puppy juice.
I ain't seen no rats around my apartment, but
That's
still, we need some for out here though.
that
The
Diddy
birth
juice.
control could replace rodenticides, which can harm other animals that prey on its rats. Mr. Pepin cited the case of an owl at the City Hall's Faneuil Hall that bled from its eyes after eating a poisoned rat, as well as harm done to
Wait,
bald
what
eagles.
bled from its eyes?
the
What
An
was it?
owl,
Hearing.
other birds of prey, and domesticated cats and dogs. So what they want to take out the rodenticides because when when the other animals prey on these poisoned rats, then they can be injured too. In fact, 100% of hawks in our area have been found with these crippling poisons in their systems, according to recent studies by the Tufts Wildlife. So birth control, unlike poison, won't hurt the health of predators that
next
eat
thing you
rats
know,
and other
the
rodents.
birds can't have eggs.
Dr. Renegade.
So let's see how that works out, because, I don't like poison either. Because I don't want to see the dead rat. Just stop it from having babies.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the thing with a lot of things. Just stop people. So America has a problem.
Yeah.
America wants more people, but we need less.
Yes.
So they need to just allow contraceptives and birth controls through the whole system, through the whole circle of life.
All right, Thanos.
Everybody needs to stop having babies right now. It ends now.
All right.
Swallow more, ladies.
Swallow more.
I'm not going to keep kicking Larry Jordan out of this.
Bye-bye.
Today. It's a violation of my rights.
I'm saying, on behalf of all the people who want natural contraceptives and birth control, swallow.
Well, just abstain like me.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Heard it all before.
What?
Do not do that. That's been walking around with a lot of pent-up aggression. Let it out. Bust a nut.
One dead after being shot on the Arborway in Jamaica Plain. Now, that is horrible.
This is so interesting, too. Just 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, we were reading reports about how the violence in Boston has considerably gone down. And now, all of a sudden, because it's hot outside.
It got
hot outside. Everybody's out here shooting.
They're like,
This
July
is on the
4th.
Arborway.
I was in Barbados, and I saw what happened down here July 4th.
5 people shot.
I was like, damn.
One dead.
Yeah.
Oh, today is the young man's memorial service.
Okay.
Shout outs to the Dr. Schiller and the Cousins family who has lost their little 16-year-old boy over the July 4th weekend. Their service is today. I think it started earlier, or probably around now, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
If you want to pay their respects, we'll post it on our social media pages so you can send any flowers, bouquets, or any monetary investments. I know that they are starting a foundation for the young man because he was an avid entrepreneur. So they're starting a foundation in his honor to help other young entrepreneurs kind of get their foot up in the business field. So we'll give you guys more information about that later on.
That's awful.
Rest in peace, Richie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Richie's funeral was Saturday. One person has died after a shooting in Jamaica Plain late Sunday night. Police say they responded to a report of a person shot at New Washington Street and the Arborway in Jamaica Plain around 10:17 p.m. Upon arrival, officers found an adult male suffering from gunshot wounds. The victim was treated and transported to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. No arrests have been made, and the shooting is under investigation. This is crazy. This is crazy. So we're up. How many shootings in like a month? From only 2 or 3 that we had.
At least 12.
Yeah. And killings in that.
Yep.
Reported.
Former Massachusetts lawyer that was convicted of raping women is to be sentenced in the Boston court today. This is a case that we've been hearing a lot about.
This dude.
Yeah, because how many? I was like, who's that? That's crazy how that happens.
That's one of those moments you could tell you ain't have nothing in a while.
Man, listen.
Sounded moist.
Hot and sweaty.
He get me every day. I'd be like, oh.
He sounded moist. Man.
I know. I gasped.
God. Bobby, you doing it? Bobby does that to the ladies.
Man.
So ladies, look at him.
Y'all see him?
I'm just keep on making him walk back and forth.
Hold up.
They're playing
oh,
you,
no,
bro.
sorry. It's over
They're
here.
playing
It's
you,
over
bro.
here.
Yo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, ooh. Not the look, too.
They're playing you, bro.
Ooh. Pause.
Actually, not for me. Pause.
Oh, good morning.
What up, G?
Pause for me. I had to pause what was going on over here.
Yo, you came in here with the salt and pepper, and she was like, ooh.
I didn't know who he was. I was like, oh.
And then we just kept on making you walk by the window so that everybody else can see you in the background.
I'm like,
we whored you out for a little bit. Former Massachusetts lawyer, again, a once prominent Boston lawyer who was once named People Magazine's top 50 bachelors. Remember that? Will be sentenced today after he was convicted of raping a woman last month. Gary Zarola, 52, who was previously acquitted of other rape charges, was found guilty on June 26th.
he just couldn't stop.
Yeah, he's nasty, of raping a woman after paying for a night out drinking. drinking.
He paid for it and still, I thought it comes with the payment.
Oh. Wow. All right.
Yo, but I'm saying, how you...
Larry has a point.
I'm
if
saying,
I pay for it, you shouldn't. Why are you taking it if you just paid for it? Why'd you pay for it?
What are you complaining about? I thought this was...
No, not that part.
No,
Larry.
but if I paid for it afterwards, why are you saying I raped you if I paid for it?
Well, that's what he thought. But it's still rape. He thought I paid for it and whatever. But yeah, so
I think there's rules and regulations to you paying for it as well.
You know that there has
wait,
to be...
from what you said paid for drinks and a night out. So maybe
after paying for a night out drinking, yeah.
So maybe she thought it was just a night out drinking.
She thought it was a night out drinking and having fun. He thought it came with a little put out or get out.
Man. Y'all gotta
Zarola will
stop
be
that.
sentenced in Suffolk Superior Court. He was convicted of the charge in connection with an incident in 2021, although he was acquitted of a greater charge of aggravated rape and burglary back then. In January of 2021, prosecutors said Zarola paid for a night of drinking with a woman he was dating and with her 21-year-old friend.
Yeah, he needs to just not
go
go
to Dominican Republic and find one that
Be a passport, bro. That's not it. Not him.
And don't
You
go
can't
down
do
there
that.
doing that to them
gonna
either,
get
but at
robbed.
least
He gonna get robbed if he leaves town.
Yeah,
He's
he
robbed.
was one of People Magazine's top 50 bachelors.
So I'm assuming in that situation, he must be a handsome guy that just could.
I mean,
he must have no game.
No,
He
the
looked like
problem
a
with
creep
that
like
is
man
that
to
he
me.
probably got a lot of entitlement from having that title.
Yeah.
And feels like if you're not enthusiastically consent, you should be happy that
To
you're
be
even
with
with
me.
me.
Right.
So I'm gonna
He be
take
like,
this.
don't you know who I am?
Right.
Literally.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally.
That's that guy.
I was 50 of the top 50.
Right, exactly. And he was only the alternate, and the other one dropped out, so that's how he got in. And then this story, which is crazy, the glowing swings at the lawn on D have been removed.
Wait,
You
you gotta say that all over. The glowing.
The lawn on D.
Look at the picture that they put with this article, though. Y'all
The
had to put such an
glowing
intimate
what on
picture.
the lawn on what?
The swings at the lawn on D. You so nasty.
Yeah, I never heard of the lawn on D. There.
Dude, are you kidding me?
I put my D on the lawn.
I'm sure there's been some D on that lawn swinging. Swing Time has been a fixture at the
And it's
lawn on
called
D
Swing Time.
since its opening in 2014, but wear and tear has ultimately taken its toll.
Wait, what?
Yo, you swing your D on the lawn. I'm sorry.
And get weird and teared.
The Instagrammable glowing oval swings at the lawn on D in South Boston did not return to the event space this year. The lawn on D, the green space next to the Boston Convention and Exhibition.
The swing got no action. They got rid of
Exhibition
it.
Center opened in 2014. The ovals, part of the public art installation called Swing Time, were installed that year as a temporary installation. Nearly 10 years later, they were still attracting visitors to the space, but the Lawn on D, which is operated by the Massachusetts Convention Center Authority, announced the removal of Swing Time.
Sound like a lot of
at
rainbows
the
in this
end
park.
of the
yo.
2023 season. We are grateful for the many seasons we've had with Swing Time, and installation originally planned to be in place for just a couple years. Swing by swing, wear and tear has ultimately taken its toll. Boston architectural, all of that. We were thrilled to see it embraced by so many, which suggests that play and fun are not just for kids. The thing is, though, what is there now?
So it looks from the pictures that I've seen to be these little strings of butterflies that are hanging down that
Where
I guess
is
you
this?
can take. This is South Boston, near the convention center over
Right
there
behind
by
the
Laugh
convention
Boston.
center.
You ever been to Laugh Boston
Yeah,
for an
yeah,
event?
yeah.
So it's right behind there. It's actually really gorgeous and really fun. Those swings
Yeah.
were really fun. I'm not sure why they just didn't
Replace them? Yeah, well, like upgrade them or fix them.
or put a different
Nobody
set
was
of swings
swinging on the D,
or
I
something.
No,
guess.
everybody was. I mean, I went to the lawn on D for
Yeah.
the swings.
Yeah.
I don't.
You ever got D on the lawn?
Well,
I have.
don't make fun of me, Larry. The lawn on D is
Do you
open
remember?
through October, anyhow. So that is the local news. You know that the national news was all Trump stuff, but also in Johannesburg, police say a psychopathic serial killer was arrested for the murder of over 42 women in Johannesburg.
And they just now figuring it out. out that
They
it's
just
him?
got him.
Was he-
Kenya's
was he
National
black or white?
Police said on Monday they arrested a 33-year-old man whom they called a psychotic serial killer with no respect for human life. They said the suspect, Collins Jumaisi Kalusha, had admitted to murdering 42 women, including his wife, whom they say he acknowledged as his first victim. Muhammad Amin, chief of Kenya's National Directorate of Criminal Investigations, it said Kalusha had murdered some victims as recently as just 4 days prior to his arrest.
What was he doing to them?
But I don't know. His alleged killing spree began in 2022. He admitted, Amin made the statement during a news conference at DCI headquarters in Nairobi on Monday, and his remarks were also shared by the agency in a series of social media posts, which included a picture of him in custody. The police said they had been tracking him with a cell phone signal. It is the transaction of mobile money transferring using Josephine Owino's phone number that led detectives to tracking the suspect, Amin said, referring to one of the victims. Kalusha was arrested early Monday morning outside a club where he had gone to watch Sunday's European Championship final. The police said that after he was arrested, he confessed to having lured, killed, and disposed of 42 female bodies, including that of his wife and this person, Owino. No, the suspect lived in a one-room rented house just 300 feet from the queer dump, an abandoned quarry now filled with garbage, where the remains of some of his victims had been found earlier. Kalusha was allegedly working to lure of another victim, a woman police identified only as Susan, when he was arrested. We have a second suspect who was caught with one of the handsets from one of the victims. They said, without providing any further information on the second suspect's identity or how they believed him to be connected to the murders. At the news conference, police displayed a number of items they had been found in Kalusha's possession, including 10 cell phones, 24 SIM cards, 6 ID cards for men and 2 ID cards for women, 1 pair of rubber gloves, 12 nylon sacks, ropes, gloves, and a machete, which police believe were used to dismember some of the victims.
A psychopath. 42. You obviously gotta be mentally crazy. What?
Officials started discovering the mutilated remains of women between the ages of 18 and 30 stuffed into sacks last week near the queer dump, prompting locals and police to speculate about whether there could be a cult or a serial killer operating in the area. As the slain women's remains were being discovered last week, the leader of a doomsday cult went on trial in the country. A doomsday cult on terrorism charges over the deaths of more than 400 of his followers in an unrelated case.
What was he doing? Making them walk into a pit of fire?
I don't know. Owino's sister said she disappeared on June 26th, so he just killed all these 42 people.
Wow.
Like recently. Said that she disappeared on June 26th from Nairobi's sprawling Makuru slums, and that her body had been among those found dismembered at the dump. He's black and African. The police said autopsies would be carried out.
From South Africa?
South Africa, Johannesburg.
That's
They said
you know what I'm saying? The rich ones,
autopsies
too.
would be carried out on the 9 mutilated bodies discovered so far at the queer dump, and that extra police officers has been brought in to continue scouring the area for the rest of the bodies. There's a picture of him right there. Look at him.
Rest in peace, man, to them
I
girls.
can't even find this.
That's him right there. Oh, he's scary looking. I don't know if he's scary looking. He did it.
Yo, you're crazy.
He looked innocent though. He looked like he would attend a church service. Anyhow.
He looked like part of Trump squad.
Well, I'm glad that he's not. I'm not glad about anything about him.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy that he's not in America because that's crazy.
Winston, one of the world's oldest silverback gorillas, had died at age 52 at the San Diego Safari Park. Rest in
San
peace
Diego means
to
a
Winston.
whale's vagina.
A whale's vagina.
Seriously?
Yeah.
According to Anchorman.
Did you watch Anchorman? You gotta go watch the movie
That's
Anchorman.
my man too. Father, whatever.
Anchorman. Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
Yes. I've
Pause.
I've got many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells of rich mahogany. That's beautiful. I love that. That was an opening line that somebody gave me, and I fell in love with him. Anyway,
Wow.
Massachusetts. Are we taking a pause for the cause and come back, or what are we doing?
Play a quick commercial. We'll come back and do some what is it call it?
Entertainment.
Some entertainment, and because we got to pay our bills. So that these people can continue.
They shooting.
Oh yeah.
Duck, Bobby.
Duck.
Donald Duck.
You got on a red.
I get it.
Donald Duck.
Oh, sugar.
We'll be right back after these few commercials.
Oh,
Spark
sugar.
FM Online.
Broadcasting live worldwide. This is
Spark FM.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Wait a minute. Oh, you say another word now. What's when you do this for me?
Get ready, New England. Friday, January 31st. We've got a real treat for all you reggae lovers out there. Get ready to sway to the smooth sounds of the one and only Mr. Beres Hammond. That's right. The reggae legend himself is bringing his Forever Giving Thanks tour to the Chevalier Theater. From classic tunes like Putting Up Resistance, Rockaway, to newer hits like I Feel Good. Beres Hammond's music has a way of bringing people together and spreading positivity. Mark your calendars, folks. Friday, July 31st at the Chevalier Theater, showtime 7 p.m. Beres Hammond Forever Giving Thanks tour is coming to town. Get your tickets, www.chevaliertheater.com. Stay tuned to sparkfmonline.com for more updates and your chance to win tickets to see the legend Beres Hammond in action.
Falling in love all over again. How could I ever doubt that you were my friend?
Nice Productions and Friends Lifestyle Group presents the 8th annual Togetherness Boat Ride. That's right, Boston, it's the Togetherness Boat Ride taking place on Saturday, July the 13th. It's the Blue Jeans edition. Music's gonna be provided by DJ Warlock, Rockstone Triz, Hot Scott Supreme, DJ Sergio, and DJ Alfredo. It's also gonna be featuring the Caracol Punta Group Tempo Rhythm Section. It's all hosted by specialists. I wanna give it up, oh my God, I wanna give it to. It's all taking place at 70 Rose Wall. Boarding times at 7 p.m. Departs at 8 p.m. It's a dinner inclusive. Get your early bird tickets for $65. Regular tickets are $75. It's a 21 plus mandatory ID event. Get those tickets right now on togetherness.eventbrite.com. Sponsored in part by Spark FM. Bring your flags, bring your ride. It's all about the Togetherness Boat Ride. This one's going to be crazy.
Last up of a canal is madness in the capital, so.
Spark FM.
Perhaps I was addicted to the dark side. Somewhere inside my childhood when this my heart died. And even though we both can't.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
I me no stop love how they can them flex. The hand close and make a next can fix. Me no stop love how they.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
Oh my darling, oh my darling.
Spark FM.
Yerp, and we're back. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are back. Let's get into the entertainment news. Miss Tony, hit us.
Oh, the most expensive restaurant charges $295 for a reservation.
It wouldn't see me though.
Child, what is that? What and then
That is an empty restaurant.
does that pay for your meal? Like, seriously, when it comes
That's
to
just the reservoir.
yeah, and this is a New England
How
restaurant.
much is the crumpets?
Oh, is that same restaurant that the people? Remember the people? You had to do $295 to deposit in order to sit down because it's the small restaurant with all of the courses of meal.
The one where the people cuts out the people?
Yeah.
Well, you just start deducting my meal from that $295 when
I know. I was mad because when I went to Top of the World in Vegas, I had to pay a $50 reservation per person to get one of the window seats.
Does it go into your meal plan?
I don't think it did.
That's only a drink anyway.
Yeah, Top of the World. Yeah, that meal was of food when discussing the nation's top establishments for sharing recipes, news, and all of that, whatever. Now the platform is turning their attention to the most expensive restaurant in all 50 states. Their findings were determined on the priciest main course or tasting menu and avoiding spots with just one very expensive dish. What is the name
AKA
of the place?
restaurants to stay away from.
So the place is called Oya in Boston. Oya is in Boston. Everyone likes Japanese food, and you can taste some of the best around at Oya. Chicken for Japanese-inspired restaurant provides an experience like none other. Anyhow, it's $295 to make your reservations there. So how expensive is Oya? According to the restaurant's website, reservations at Oya cost $295 per person.
What, a reservation?
Yes. Exclusive of beverages, tax, admin fee, and service. Include those things.
What is those reservation fee for?
Child.
F out of here.
I don't want no sushi. So you serving me raw fish and I gotta pay $295?
You're not even cooking nothing.
Get out of here.
Hold on. That's like the people who go to those restaurants.
That's my favorite.
I go to Hot Pot. Y'all go out to cook your food?
I love it.
Say it, Larry.
Why do y'all go out to
I'm
cook
not
your food?
going to spend any money for me to cook my own food. I'm not doing it.
You gonna do Korean barbecue?
No, nothing slanted.
Oh my gosh, y'all are so crazy.
I'm not dipping no meat in no
I'm not
water
eating
to
nothing.
boil it out.
Thank you.
I'm not doing it.
That looks so like y'all making your own watery.
Listen, anybody wants a hot pot, invite me. I love a hot pot.
Can't you have a hot pot?
It's like fondue date night.
I don't want none of that
Want that either.
Anyhow,
put the chocolate already on my fruit, goddammit.
Ew, you nasty. Shannon Doherty.
Oh, rest in peace.
Shannon Doherty passes at age 53. Shannon Doherty was battling cancer for a very, very long time. She had breast cancer that then spread to her brain, and then it was in her bones. And so she had been, I think, preparing for her death for a little while, and she succumbed on Sunday evening, Saturday the 13th. Super Bowl champion Jacoby Jones.
While there, I don't know.
What happened? Simmons. Richard Simmons passed at 76. Years old.
I didn't know that Richard Simmons
76 was just. So he died the day after his birthday.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I think that's terrible, right?
Yeah, like he was exactly his age.
Yo, hot sauce.
Maybe
be
he just
quiet.
wanted to make it through his
I know it's your
birthday.
show, but right now the questions you're asking is kind of rude.
So his housekeeper found him dead, and he appears to have natural causes. No foul play has been suspected. He's been off the grid for a long
that's
time,
why
though.
I thought that, because we see any.
On Facebook, writing in March, I have some news to tell you. Please don't be sad. I am dying. Oh, I can see your faces now. The truth is, we are all dying. Every day we live, we are getting closer to our death. He had said back in March, and then he died on Saturday. Richard Simmons in peace. It's event Prelude in Paris. That's going to be fantabulous, ain't it?
Yeah, that word right there. A bunch of rainbows
Fantabulous.
and tight jeans.
Gosh. Charlize Theron, Serena Williams, Rosalia, and Omar Sy will be in Paris to kick off the Olympic festivities at Prelude, an exclusive event co-hosted by Pharrell Williams and LVMH boss Bernard Arnault. On July 25th, Noah's birthday, in Paris at the Foundation Louis Vuitton, according to Danielle. Williams and Arnault will be hosting alongside Comcast, NBC Universal's Brian Roberts, and Vogue editor-in-chief Anna Wintour. That's going to be a spectacular that you should all tune into.
Didn't Ralph Lauren used to, wasn't they like supplying the clothing for the
were
Olympic
they?
team?
Oh.
I thought.
everything gone up.
Everything gone up. Price gone up.
And Beryl hits Houston hard. Texas, many people in Texas are still without power, even now after Beryl hit over a week ago. Their governor is up in arms about that because he's like, I don't know why the people here haven't gotten their service back. So earlier this week, Category 1 Hurricane Beryl devastated Houston. This was last week.
Only a 1.
Leaving a trail of power outages. Talk to us. How was you were there when Beryl hit Barbados? What was that like?
Cool.
It was cool.
Honestly, my power didn't go out. If you was near the shore, like the boats, like Oystons.
Yeah.
Put it like this: Oystons got, in their terms, got mashed up. But 2 days later, it was like nothing passed through.
Really?
So all those words was exacerbated to me when they were like, "It's catastrophic, it's devastating."
Yeah.
Like nobody lost their life.
What category was it when it hit Barbados? It was a 5.
4.
Oh, it was a 4.
4, but again, our electricity never went out. Some areas did. They turned off our water for a while, but that's just to conserve flooding.
What province you live in?
I live in St. Michael, Britain's Hill, St. Michael. Right in between St. Michael and Christchurch.
Oh, all right. So y'all was okay. So anyhow,
cool. Barbados in the whole was okay, but then I saw Grenada and like Caracou.
I know,
and them places got really.
We booked our tickets for Grenada, and I was like, yo, is it still there? We can still go to it.
What you going to Grenada for?
Carnival. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Spice Mass.
Spice Mass.
Okay, just asking.
Jab.
Huh?
Hedonism? No, Bobby.
I'm really dumbfounded that you just sitting here brushing your hair. It's all nice and luxurious.
I am a saint. I am a saint. Wow. So, yet in the face of disaster, hometown hero.
No, but Bobby, she started brushing when you came in.
I did. I was like, oh.
she needed to untangle.
Who's that? Yeah. Anyway, can I read my story?
She's all blushing.
Read your story. Stop. I can't even read. Beryl devastated Houston, leaving a trail of power outages across the region.
Did they get their thing back yet?
No.
Electricity? It's been 7 days, right?
Yeah, they're still without. There's still a lot of them. They've restored electricity. Remember last week when we read it, it was like 2 million plus, and they had restored electricity to 1 million. So it wasn't even half, but there's still many people who haven't gotten their electricity. So in the face of disaster, Houston, hometown here, stepped in to lift the spirit of Houston's community. The youth rapper turned restaurateur teamed up with Kroger to distribute over 1,500 burgers from his popular eatery Trill Burgers to residents affected by the storm. The first given B was personally present, greeting and supporting people of his city. That's really, really nice. But 1,500 doesn't sound like a lot.
All right, that and there's no electricity. So my man, he's like, let me get rid of these burgers before they go bad. Let me give them to my people, which he should have done, which he should do.
Yeah.
But don't try to make it seem like...
Are the burgers delicious? Because I can eat a good burger right now.
You was, this is a tax write-off, so them burgers when it's spoiled, brother.
I don't know.
That's not true. I've had delicious burgers and I've had burgers.
Yeah.
Only difference when it's for me when it comes to burgers is like when you start talking about the different meat, like if it's Wagyu or
bison. No, what are you seasoning? If you season it up real good.
He does have alligator burgers and things of that sort.
Oh God.
But he just made it seem like the regular beef. So unless you come in with your suppliers, his supplier.
What if you have a nice seasoned burger with some nice Munster cheese melted on it and a butter lettuce and an heirloom tomato on a brioche bun with a nice aioli?
It's just a burger on a brioche.
What the hell? With a brioche and a butter lettuce and
a lot of bees, nigga. A lot of bees.
That sounds nice. I like that.
That do sound very nice.
When you get charged $40 for it, then you're gonna be like, that's too much.
Nah, that's when we're gonna make it at our home. We're gonna make it at home on a George Foreman with a pound of ground beef from Brothers.
Absolutely.
So they handed out 713 burgers and 713 bottles of water.
It's only one project. It's only one side of a project.
Well, anyhow, it was help. Listen, if it's free, it's for me. If it's free, I'll take 3.
I'll take it as well.
And so that is that, and that's what happened.
Let me help y'all not let these go bad.
That is the news, and that is our actual show for today.
Yeah, thanks, guys, for having me.
Thank you for coming, Larry.
Oh,
Super
damn,
pause.
he is coming.
Super
Buju
pause.
is coming to the TD Garden on 8:30.
Super pause.
I don't know, but last night was the Buju show in New York, and I heard it was amazing.
Last night and the night before.
Definitely.
The night before.
No, it's none of us. This is real tour thing. He's on his own tour. He ain't work with none of that. There ain't nobody local here. He worked directly with the team.
And speaking of Buju, don't forget, Barris Hammond will be here July 31st at the Chevalier Theater in Medford. Get your tickets. Get out there and don't miss Barris. Don't miss it. Don't do that to yourself. It's gonna be amazing.
Because you know, Barris is getting fragile too.
Yeah.
So you never know when. You know, he's going to retire.
He's going to stop touring, yeah.
So when you can see him, bring a gal, bring a boy, bring your friend, whoever you do.
And just Biden level.
You know,
well, that's what I said. If you can believe in Barris, we can vote for Biden. Let's use that. Let's make that our campaign. That's right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
With that said, people, we are
the West Indian mantra.
We're going to slide on over to the side. Bobby Steele's and the Bobby Steele Show is up next. Make sure that you guys keep it locked right here. Spark FM. More topics, more news, more resources, more agitation, more agitation.
All of those things that she said.
All the things, but yes, all of those things.
Edutainment. Yes.
Edutainment.
All right. Bye, y'all. Have a good day. Enjoy. Stay cool and stay hydrated.
Assalamu alaikum.
Peace out.
Bye.
Get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration.